commitment is that pledge or promise to support and stand by someone or something. In relationships, loyalty involves standing by your partner, being supportive, and demonstrating commitment. Welcome to another episode of Contextual Discipleship. This is the marriage series. My name is JimKuta Sanda, missionary serving with the Mission Supporters League. Today we'll be talking on another very interesting topic, which is unwavering devotion, building a rock-solid foundation of loyalty in a Christian marriage. Our aim today and our goal for this talk is to expose, equip, and inspire Christian couples, both young and old, to build and sustain a strong foundation of loyalty in their marriages. This we intend to accomplish by exploring biblical perspective on loyalty, understanding its importance, and learning practical ways to cultivate it in our relationships. Why should we be talking about this topic at this point in time? Marriage is a sacred institution ordained by God, and as Christians, we are called to build our relationships on the foundation of faith, love, and commitment. In today's world, where relationships are constantly being tested and challenged, loyalty is vital, and for one to have a successful and fulfilling marriage, loyalty must be a key component of it. As followers of Christ, we are called to demonstrate unwavering devotion to our spouses, just as Christ demonstrates unwavering devotion to his church. I tell you this story. I know of a couple who have been married for a little over 30 years. And as I speak to you, they are still trusting God for a child. But in spite of the fact that they don't have any children at this point in time, anytime I observe this couple, I continue to see a high degree of loyalty to one another. Ordinarily, this kind of circumstance or situation would have made one of the spouses, especially the male partner, to think of going out to take a second wife or do something that may be unscriptural. But this couple have stuck to one another. They are still praying to God, trusting God, and their loyalty to God and to one another has continued to be intact. This is the kind of loyalty we are talking about. Jennifer Elliott, a writer, said something about loyalty. She said, loyalty is, can you do what you say and stay committed to it, even when it is rough and tough? So loyalty, therefore, especially the type mentioned earlier, is the lifeblood of any successful relationship, and marriage is no exception. It's the unwavering commitment to stand by your partner through thick and thin, in joy and in sorrow, in triumph and in failure. Loyalty is the foundation upon which trust, love, and respect are built, and is what sets apart a good marriage from a great one. When both parties prioritize loyalty, they create a safe haven where they can be their authentic selves, free from fear of judgment or rejection. In a world where relationships are constantly being tested, loyalty is the anchor that holds us fast, reminding us that our love is not just a feeling, but a choice to commit, to sacrifice, and to love unconditionally. I recall the story of Priscilla and Aquila in the book of Acts, chapter 18. You know, this couple were united in marriage in the Lord and worked closely together in ministry and life. Their example is something that serves as a model for us as Christian couples. So, having said that, what is loyalty? I think it is good for us to try to define and describe what loyalty is. Loyalty is a strong feeling of support and allegiance to a person organization, or country. It can also be faithfulness to a person, organization, or country demonstrated through consistent support and commitment. I sometimes watch football and I see how footballers who play for a particular club, after scoring a goal, they kiss the badge of that football club. That is a demonstration of loyalty. If footballers could demonstrate that kind of loyalty to their football clubs, I think in a marriage relationship, we should be able to demonstrate the loyalty that is beyond that, because we are honoring God and serving God's purpose through our relationships. Now, there are three key elements I want to focus on here. Number one is commitment. In that, our description or definition of loyalty, one key element that comes out there is the issue of commitment. And commitment is that pledge or promise to support and stand by someone or something. The other thing that we see as a key element is faithfulness. That is consistency in support and allegiance, even in challenging times. So there has to be a consistency, which is something that is a very vital ingredient in loyalty. The third is devotion, a deep emotional investment in the relationship or cause. Those of us who are believers, Christians, who are born again, and we regularly hold our morning devotions. Our devotions that we hold in the morning, they signify some level of loyalty to God, a devotion to God, that we seek Him every morning to hear His voice, read His word, communicate with Him on the basis of His instruction to us in His word. So these three key elements are things that are very critical for us to look at when we are discussing this issue of loyalty. In general, loyalty is a value that reflects a person's character and integrity. It is also essential in building trust. If you want to build trust in a relationship, there has to be loyalty. It strengthens the relationship in achieving long-term goals. In relationships, loyalty involves standing by your partner, being supportive, and demonstrating commitment. I told you earlier on the story of that couple that are childless after a little over 30 years of marriage. But I see that the relationship, the male partner has stayed committed to his wife in spite of the fact that they don't have children. So in relationships, loyalty shows support. I see how that brother supports his wife, is committed to her and everything that has to do with her well-being. In relationships, loyalty is also about being faithful, trustworthy, and dedicated to the relationship.